It's time now for the Period Channel 6 o'clock news on this Friday evening, June 26, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins out here. 6 o'clock news at 9. Zero not touching at 6 o'clock. Here is Washington, where the times they are changing. Suddenly a whiplash after a moment this week. Same-sex couples get out, marrying all 56. The Confederate flag says stroke hold political institutions in the Deep South is framed by the hour. Richard Matt, one of the two New York prisoners escaped, was shot and killed by law enforcement officers Friday afternoon, law enforcement source told Fox News. In Susa, Tunisia, a gunman disguised as a tourist opened fire at a Tunisian hotel on Friday with a weapon he had been hidden in an umbrella, killing 37 people, including Britons, Germans, and Belgians as they lounged at the beach and pool in a popular resort. The Reverend Clement Pinckney was definitely a monumental figure in Charleston, South Carolina, where he was pastor of its most historic black church and influential state senator. A hardy parasite has led federal health officials to warn pool goers to be careful in the water this summer. Outbreaks related to pools, hot tubs, and other recreational use of water can be dangerous and according to Newport released today. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Boston Bruins general manager Don Sweeney has been busy. Friday resigning defenseman Adam McQuaid after trading fellow pool liner Doug Hamilton to the Calgary Flames. A suicide bombing whipped through Friday prayers at a mosque in Kuwait, killing at least 25 and wounded more than 200, embracing fears that the jihad onslaught across the Arabian Peninsula. France unhandled after the decapitated body found at the scene of a factory attack. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry arrived in Vienna on Friday to launch a top-level push to meet next week's deadline for the talks of Iran's nuclear program, which aimed to curb Tehran's nuclear activities in exchange for sanctuary relief. And among the details, dozens of soldiers are killed today when Somali Shia insurgents over Iran and African Union base, where witnesses said, describing an intense fight in which left corpses strewn on the ground. Defendant Benjamin McMee, 24, crashed as his mother testified on his behalf before he was sentenced on June 26, 2015, in the hazy death of FMU band member Robert Champion. In New York, one stock market slipped in a year fell, with investors cautious ahead of a meeting in Europe that could decide whether Greece will default on loans. Looking at the stock market report here, the Dow ended the day and ended the week 7946.68, up 56.32. S&P 500 closed the week 2101.49, down 82 cents. Nasdaq 580.50, down 31.68. Heterosexual married couples have long been able to use Social Security claiming strategies such as file and suspend and restricted claims and maximize their household benefits. University of Michigan's final index of sentiment increased to a 96.1 in June, exceeded all estimates in the Bloomberg Survey Economics from a 90.7 May reading. In the case of University versus Donald Trump, a good fence does not make good neighbors, but the Spanish language social network headquarters happens to be adjacent to Trump's ritzy golf resort in Doral. Jimmy Fallon had Manhattan surgery Friday morning after his hand in a Manhattan apartment. Coral reefs are declining fast in many parts of the world due to pollution, warming seas, disease, and storms. While some smokers consider electronic cigarettes a potential aid in quitting, some people who have already quit see them a temptation to resume a habit they fought hard to ditch, a small study suggests. For hundreds of years, health experts have held one debate and another, the benefits and apparent dangers of fasting, but recent studies show that fasting might be advantageous if done right and under the medical supervision. Public health officials may soon be able to screen patients for Ebola border crossings, and hospitals with a finger prick blood test that takes mere minutes. All right, let's take a look at sports news here at 6:04. Tonight, the Boston Red Sox will be taking on the Tampa Bay Rays for a first of a 3-game weekend series down in Tampa, St. Petersburg, Florida. Here, it is entirely possible that Phil Jackson or rather Steve Mills worked the phones into the 9 seconds of the Knicks' 5-minute allotment after the third pick in the NBA draft. Not that it's probably their primary goal, but the Boston Bruins did their ex-general manager Peter Churley no favors on Friday, trading two of the most interesting pieces of the Pacific Division rivals of trades a new team, the Edmonton Oilers, as Milan Lucic goes to Kings as Boston stocks up on first round picks. In Philadelphia, emotional Ryan Zimmer resigned as Phillies manager, and Philadelphia struggles with a worst record in the major leagues. Cleveland, Ohio, Shake Heights coach Danny Young gets to celebrate with one of those former players, Terry Rozier, on Thursday night when they, along with the rest of Rozier's party, watched him get selected by the Boston Celtics with a number 16 pick in the NBA draft. PHL News Time, 6:05. 10 after Trevor Porter and his Friday evening here, and 295 minutes step inside. It's all from Route 6 to Route 14 and Johnson Stretch, and hit the brakes, and 295 minutes step inside from West Warwick to 95. 95 step inside after Route 37 and Warwick all the way up to 295 in Warwick here. Route 4 and the step inside, Little Slope for the North Kingston Stretch. 138 on the North Inside, Little Slope for the Newport Bridge here. 95 minutes step inside. It is slow downtown Providence. 195 westbound side, slow for the Providence area. 95 on the northbound side, it is slow from the 6 tank collector. And Route 10 and Crescent all the way up to downtown Providence here. 24 on the southbound side, slow from Route 106 and West Bridgewater to 495 in Raynham here. 195 southbound, it's slow from 130 to Raynham all the way up to after Route 24. And Raynham 95 on the southbound side, it's slow from 120 in Kenton all the way up to Route 1 in Sharon during that afternoon, 95 southbound around Route 1 in Sharon, and hit the brakes again from 495 in Manchester all the way out to 152 in North Edinburgh. 495 southbound, so from Route 1 in Renfrew all the way up to 95 in Foxborough here. Route 24 in the southbound side is sold after Route 120 in Canton here. Route 3 in the southbound side is sold from Hanover all the way up to Marshfield. Got an accident on Route 371 39 in Marshfield, so expect some delays around that area here. One train on the southbound side, it's off from Route 9 in Wellesley all the way up to the Braintree. Split via Route 24 in Randolph. 120 on the northbound side, it is off from the Braintree. Split to Route 24 in Randolph here. 120 on the northbound side, so from Waltham to Route 2 in Lexington here. Route 2 on the eastbound side, it's off from Route 60 in Arlington all the way up to the Fresh Pond Parkway in Cambridge here, 93 on the southbound side. It is Milan Fine. San Francisco Expressway on the southbound side. It is slow from 203 in Dorchester all the way up to the Braintree Split. San Francisco Expressway northbound side slow from the Braintree Split all the way out to the Mass Pike. And then 93 on the northbound side slow from the Mass Pike in Boston all the way out to Route 128 in Reading here. 120 on the northbound side slow from Route 4 in Lexington all the way out to before Route 1 in Peabody here. Route 1 on the northbound side, so from Route 16 in River all the way up to Route 60. Out of the Cape, Sport and Salmon Bridges are looking good. 20 on the northbound side, a little slow around the Bourne Rotary here. Route 16 in the eastbound side, it's slow after Route 134 in Dennis there. Mass Pike on the eastbound side, it is slow from the Pruitt Tunnel all the way up to Logan Airport. Mass Pike, we got an accident on the westbound side before Route eastbound side of Mass Pike after Route 120, so expect some delays around that area. Mass Pike westbound side is slow from Route 16 in Newton all the way out to Westborough, and then hit the brakes again between 146 and 290, and then Mass Pike westbound side, so after 290 in Auburn here, and then hit the brakes again from Charlton to I-84 in Sturbridge. I-84 westbound side, so after Mass Pike. $495 in the southbound side. It is sold after Route 111 in Harvard all the way up to 290 in Marlborough here. $195 in the northbound side, sold for Route 117 in Stowe all the way up to before Route 111 in Harvard here. Up Route 3 on the northbound side is sold for the Bill Record stretch, and then hit brakes again from Route 4 and jumps to the Route 40. $195 in the northbound side, sold after 225 in Westford all the way up into Route 213 in Methuen and Haverhill area. $195 in the west southbound side, it is off to 93 in Andover all the way out to Westford here. 93 on the northbound side, it's over around Route 110 in Lawrence there. Up in New Hampshire, Everett Turnpike slow after 101 in National New Hampshire all the way up in the Merrimack here. 93 on the northbound side, it is slow from Wyndham, New Hampshire all the way up to before 293 in Manchester, New Hampshire here. 101 in the eastbound side, slow after Route 156 in Raymond here. 93 on the northbound side, so after the Toll Plaza all the way up to Route 393 in Congo, New Hampshire. Air with an accident on 93 on the northbound side in Bow, New Hampshire. So expect some delays around that area. Air. And up in Maine here, we got an accident up on the Maine Turnpike on the northbound side before Route 195 in Saco, Maine. So expect some delays around that area here. Otherwise, Maine Turnpike is looking good from York all the way up and in Augusta. New Hampshire Turnpike at 95 is looking good from Hampton all the way up to the Portsmouth here. Alright, looking at MBTA alerts here on this Friday. Orange Line service is suspended in both directions between Back Bay and North Station due to possible fire department activity. For service between North Station Back Bay, please utilize the green line between North Station and Copley. Please expect severe delays along the entire line. And on the red line, experience run delays between Park Street and Alewife due to the stable train. Server line SL for experience run delays due to traffic. Server line SL for experience run delays due to apparatus blocking the street. SL2 experience run delays due to disabled bus. S1 Silverline experience run delays due to traffic. Silverline SL5 experience run delays due to disabled bus. And Silverline SL4 experience run delays due to disabled bus. And on the Commuter Rail here, Pittsburgh line train 419 5:05 p.m. from North Station delayed up approximately 10 to 20 minutes today due to an early mechanical problem here. And permanent solar line train 820 3:40 p.m. from Wickford Junction delayed today due to Amtrak 15 to 25 minutes here. And the ferries are looking good here. Peter Channel News Times now 6:12. Time now for a weather report for the night. Mostly Coast Guard about 49 degrees. North facing about 5 to 7 miles beyond common in evening, so it'll be a comfortable sleep night and temp. So hope you got your windows open here tonight. For Saturday, increased clouds have about 76 degrees. Calm wind and south face around 5 to 8 miles per hour in the morning. Sunday night. Rain may after 11 p.m. The rain can be at every time. Patch rock after 11 p.m. Low around 6 degrees. East wind about 5 to 9 miles per hour. Chest space is 1%. New principal amounts between the 3/4 of 1 inch possible for Sunday. Showers are possibly a thunderstorm before 11 a.m. Then a chance of showers and thunderstorms between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. Then a chance of showers up to 3 p.m. Some of the storms could heavy rainfall. High near 66 degrees. East wind about 6 to 13 miles becoming south. In the afternoon, chance space is 8%. New rainfall amounts between a quarter and half an inch possible. Sunday night, slight chance of showers before 11 p.m. Most skies got about 60 degrees south. West wind about 8 to 10 miles per hour. 25 miles per hour. Chance space is 20%. Monday, most sun skies about 78 to about 60 degrees. For Tuesday, most sun skies are chance of showers. Most cloud skies by Tuesday night. High about 80 to about 64 degrees. Chance space is 30%. Wednesday, most sunny podcast skies about 83 to about 60 degrees. Thursday, most sunny podcast skies about 79 to about 60 degrees. And for Friday, chance of showers, sunny skies about 79 degrees. Chance space is 30%. Not temperature here at 6 o'clock. 73 degrees and humidity 44%. That's me for the Peter Channels. 6 o'clock news on this Friday evening, June 26, 2015. Please have a good day and a goodbye attitude. I'll see you at 11 o'clock for the 11 o'clock report.